What's up, everybody? I'm Junior. Today's video is going to be about a 50cc scooter, but it's going to be this is a actually new / used 50cc scooter. So here it is. Okay, this is I just picked it up today. Okay, as you can tell. This is a Tao 50 label. Yep, Tao 50. Okay, so it looks like. All right, kind of a little beat up, but don't mind this. Sorry, don't mind this thing here. So yep, all that in there. Yeah. So basically, what I'm gonna have to do is take the airbox off, take the CBT cover off to make see what conditions behind here is. Also take the airbox off, like I mentioned, to see what condition this is. I take the seat off. Key is broken. Okay, it's also hooked on. Looks like a dog chain or type thing. Here is the other mirror, which this mirror was right there. This one right here is not too bad looking. Okay, the headlights good. Okay, it's not cracked. The front body flaring here is good. Okay, nothing wrong. The turn signals are in good shape. Fender's in good shape. Okay, this right here is a little banged up, but it's okay. Let's see, let the tailgate down. Okay, here's what that's the mileage of it right there. Fuel tank, headlight, I-beam, handlebar controls. Okay, and here's what the inside of the seat looks like, because I had to put the straps that were loose, okay, in here so they wouldn't flap around and fly all over the place. So that's what that looks like in there. Yeah, so gas tank. Yeah, looks like he had, whoever had it had some kind of a box or something on there, so I had to take this off. The body flaring right down here don't look to be too damaged. All right, so what I'm gonna have to do is basically take it out of the truck, and it also says Tao 50 here, which is cool. So I want to see what else I can find that's wrong with it. Hopefully nothing too bad, and go from there. Alright, so we need, let's see, these are both nuts, okay? And this size is a 10mm socket. I'm going to take this off. I believe this is a 10-inch socket extension, Harbor Freight. I'll take this off. I should use my battery power drill because it would get it done faster. So hold on. Battery power extension, and oh yeah, better, a lot better. Just wish it wasn't so wobbly. Set this down. Okay, like this. Now there's, I believe that there's washers. So there's 2 washers up here, and there's 2 washers down here. So now what I can do is lift this up, which should come up. Kind of hard to do it. Kind of hard to do it with one hand. Oh, okay, look at that. Wow. All right, all mission stuff. All right, yep. Carburetor. The ignition. I believe this is the ignition coil. Body. The body thing down there looks like it's broken, but it's okay. So let me finish taking the rest of this stuff off. But yeah, it's on missions. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they got a high performance spark plug boot on there, which is right there. Right here. Spark plug is right here. Yep. Alright, so I'm basically taking 1, 2, 3 screws out. This one's just a little harder to get out. Okay, so see, now that comes out. Set that aside. Okay, so this is the Cdi Box. Okay, all right, yeah, Cdi Box. Like I mentioned, a spark plug boot, ignition coil. Wow, it's got emissions on this thing. Ugh. Dusty, man, this thing is dusty. Yep. Yep. Alright, so I got to end up taking this off to see what condition this stuff is behind there. Alright, so there's a 8mm. There's an 8mm nut right here. And 8mm socket. Okay. Came off fairly easy. Okay. What we do is take this. Alright. Oh. Okay. Looks like it's got a screw right. So it's got a screw right here, and there's one missing there. So only one here and that one. So there's 1, 2. Alright. So I basically got the. So basically I got the screws. So there's a screw here, but this one was missing, and there's another one right here. And this bolt right here, which goes underneath here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So everything seems to be intact. There's nothing else seems to be wrong, which is kind of really, really good. This is the blinker relay. Oh yeah. Cool. Excellent. So, yeah, let's continue. Alright, so I just basically disconnected the headlight. It's a connector clip which went right here. So I took that off. Right, so I took this screw out, this screw out, this screw. I had to work on this one right here. And there's another one right here, another one down there, and there should be another one right in there, and right in here, and here. And also looks like there's another one right there. Yeah, so. 95% of these bolts, okay, are going to be 8mm. Going to take all the body flaring off. Okay. And after I take everything all off, then I'm going to go. Over the wiring to see if all the wiring is intact. And if it is, then I'm going to transfer everything from here to this scooter, which I'll show you. So this is basically just going to be like a part scooter. There is 3 screws holding this battery door closed. So battery door, and these 2 screws back down, 1, 2, 3, like that. One screw, and if I'm not mistaken, and two bolts. Bolt here, a bolt here, and this screw right here, right there. And this one here's a screw. Surprised. It's supposed to have a bolt. Trying to keep all these intact here, because I don't want nothing to puncture my tire. screw is here is on this side. And this one looks like it's broken. Screw. Screw. Whoop. There's the screws. Not the grass. And now we take bolt off, 8mm bolt, and so now I have to get and these are body clips, okay, with a nut soldered on or a weld on or something, and then of course you put the bolt through it and attaches onto it. There's 1, 2, 3 Allen wrench screws that this supposedly fits down onto, so it looks like we're gonna have to yep, I have to find an Allen wrench. Okay. Oh, found one. Good. Alright. Now I don't know what size this is because there is rust, okay, on rust and dirt on here, so I can't really say what size it is, but one, okay, so there is 3 Allen wrench, I call these Allen wrench screws, like bolt screws, okay? The 2 small ones here, okay? The 2 small ones fit up here. The longest one fits in the back. Alright. Gas tank, the gas cap comes off. Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna take the carburetor out. Okay, so it should be 1 screw. Okay, should be 1 screw right here. So kind of hard. There we go. So there should be 1 screw right here. Undo this. Don't have to, of course, don't do it all the way because it should automatically come out. So I need to, this is the throttle, so bring that nut there, bring this little boot, there's a boot right here, bring this boot back like that, keep going until it comes off, like that. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay, so there it goes, comes off. Now what I gotta do is I'm gonna undo the throttle, which is right on it. So this throttle cable right here has got to come out of here. Okay, so there's throttle cable. So this right here gets pushed or pull this right here. So this actually goes in like this carefully. So you just wiggle a little bit, comes out like that. Okay, now right in here. All right, so this right here should actually, this carburetor should just pop right out. All right, Alright, so can't get the carburetor off, okay, because the air intake tube that's hooked to the carburetor, okay, is actually really jammed down there. So I'm gonna have to disconnect, take the two bolts that are holding the air filter box, the whole entire air filter box housing, the whole unit off, and then I'll be able to pull the carburetor off. There's a bolt here holding it on, and there's another bolt right there holding it on. The two bolts, okay, and there's a tube, which is there's like a little spring clamp. You actually pull on the spring clamp. It's kind of hard to do it in one hand. Pull on the spring clamp, okay, until it comes loose, and then you pull this off. There we go. And now we can basically pull this air box off. Hold on. All right, and right here this is the automatic choke cable. And disconnect that. And there we go. Yep, there's the carburetor. Yep, right here. Yep. So there's the carburetor right there. So all I do is open this up and say, okay, so there's 3 screws. There's a screw here, here, and here. If anybody ever comes across, if they have to take their 3 screws off to get this bolt off, but you cannot undo these 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. This is what you do. You put a pair of channel locking pliers on here like this, and then you basically put on a screw like so, and then you just basically okay, here's the carburetor, the 3 screws to hold the carburetor on. This is the, like I mentioned, pilot jet, main jet. Okay, so I guess everything seems to be okay on it. I just didn't take off this part yet to see what it looks like inside, you know, if the diaphragm is ripped or damaged in any way, shape, or form. But right now I'm going to leave this alone. I'm going to snip all of these connections off. Snap all these connections off, or the connections, sorry, snap all these zip ties off. Okay, and that's this one right here. I try to keep everything clean. Okay, this is for the headlight. Okay, there's another one right in. I just want to make sure I don't cut the wire itself. If I do, I'm going to be in trouble. Really big trouble. So this right here actually gets connected right there. Okay, oop, heard that hit. All right, so it's basically a screw here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put you right here. Took this screw here out. It's right here. Alright, so I basically took this off. Okay, it's laying right here. So I took that off. Here's one side of the body flaring. Okay. Yep. Tau 50. Side. Okay. This. Another side of the body flaring. This is a, I believe this is a a cover for the gas tank, but it's another word for it, so I do apologize. But yeah, so that's that. See, the this is for the seat. So when the seat compartment goes in here, okay? And you bring the seat up this way, you store your stuff in here, and then you use the lock, which I do believe that this key does fit in here. It's just really, really massively rusted. I believe that's where this key goes, right in here. It's rusted. This is the turn signal lens, which just popped off, okay? But it looks like it's broken anyway, right here. So, do is somehow gotta disconnect the battery. Even though disconnect, yeah. So I have to disconnect the battery, even though I don't think the battery's any good, but we'll test the battery and find out. So two bolts, or this is so there's two bolts. One bolt here goes on this positive, the other bolt goes on the negative. Okay, and this is the fuse, known as an inline fuse. I want to see if this inline fuse is blown. 90% of the time, it's usually the fuse, or it could be the Cdi box. There. Oh yeah. Whoa. It's broken. So right now with the glass. Okay. It's it's actually blown. Yeah. You can see that. Yeah, it's blown. So it's no good. Also another one, there's another one inside of here that actually is blown too. So, yep. Size battery. Yep, it's a big size battery. It's 2113-0074. Parts unlimited. You also don't want to lose the nuts that goes with the bolts. Okay, because the bolts go down here, and the nuts actually bring so basically the bolt goes down, nut brings it up, and locks the cable on each side in place. So that's that. So now we're gonna bring this cable back down through here. Bring this down through here. Bring this down. That down, okay. Alright. I'm going to take this screw here out. Actually, I could probably leave this screw in. Alright. Alright, so let's see what else we can. Okay. Here's one side. Looks in really good condition. Heck, I can use this for mine. Okay. Okay. Now, we disengage. There it is. Yeah, so there's a little plastic clip here. Here, this one's broken. This one looks like it's broken, not broken, and this one up here is broken. I call it a plate, but it's a bendable plate that actually fits right on here like this, and the seat fits here, there. Yes, that's it here, that. Alright. So this right here is the Cdi Box. Matches mine. Okay, so yep, Cdi Box right here. Yeah, okay. This is emissions. So this is part of emissions. This is the spark plug boot. Cdi Box, emission coil. This is a vacuum line, which that's normal. Okay. Now I need to take 8mm. Okay. 8mm with an extension. Yeah, but it's pretty short. Alright, so okay, 8mm bolts. I go so 8mm bolts that go here and here. Sorry. Why are you doing? Because that's the only way I could do it. I'm not gonna get this done for a while. But, okay. Okay. Holds that on. Okay, and there's also screws here. So there's a screw here, so here, and here. What the jet sides look like. Okay, so this one right here, I believe is a 75 or 78. So, so this is the main jet. And this one right here is the pilot jet, and there's no number on this at all. Nothing. it's not even clogged. Oh, no, it's actually not that bad. Shit, wonder why they couldn't get it started. Alright. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so I basically got it. So there's a nut here, two nuts. Whoop. Okay, so there's two nuts. So there's one right here, one right there, and there's a screw here, and there's a screw over here somewhere. So this one's to the other side, which was to here, which is right here, okay, which is now broken. So looks like I have to get another one of those. And there is a clip right here, okay, right there. So this gets clipped in here, pushed in, locked in. So I might be able to use this. Hopefully I can. It doesn't look to be in that bad a condition. So yeah, I might be able to use it. So yep, cool. All right. So look at all these parts, all from here. And this right here really goes right there. Alright, so fuel pump's right there. I gotta take the fender off still. Alright, I'll just leave the fender on for now. Give me all these parts. you'd be surprised on 95% of these bolts. All right, the nuts and bolts are normally 10 millimeter nuts and bolts. So so this scooter right here, okay, with this is my original scooter, okay, and the nuts and bolts on this one is also a 8 millimeter nuts and 8 millimeter bolts, 95% of them. And the other 5%, not sure, because I never really ran into any of them, which I'm surprised. But yeah, so 95% of them is nuts and bolts, 8 millimeter, and also 8 millimeter on that one. Take the air filter cover off to see what condition the air filter behind this is. And it doesn't look like that there's no air filter. I'll be danged. There's no air filter in it. No, nothing. It'll be loud cleaned. Nothing. Okay. Well, now I have to take this cover, take the CBD cover off to see what condition is behind here. So for now, I'm going to put this back on. It only had, hold it on there, only had one screw holding it on. So I'm going to put the one screw back on to hold it on for now. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop this scooter up on the stand. This is the kickstand, this is the actual stand, so I'm going to prop it up on the stand. Okay, and there is a total of, okay, so there should be a total of 10 8 millimeter bolts. And my battery pack drill is dying. Great. All right, so I got a new battery. See how it works. Yep, works a little better. All right, try that again. Another one down there. This one's also held on with this right here is a clip for, I believe, for the brake. Yeah, so this right here is for the brake. So that little clip, or that tab actually, has a hole in it that this bolt goes back through, goes back in there like that. So just set that aside. Damn it. I think I can take this battery back to that I had it. It's so quick. Oh wow. Okay, so this is the inside of the CVT cover. It actually don't look that bad. A little debris. Yeah, actually doesn't look that bad at all. Yeah, don't look that bad. And this is the clutch. Yeah, the belt looks good. I didn't check the roller weights though, but yeah, everything seems to be okay. These are the teeth on the starter gear. This is the starter gear. This is the variator starter plate. So this is starter plate. This is the starter gear, belt, and clutch. And it is thundering outside. Lovely. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Everything seems to be intact. I just don't know what it looks like behind here. So I'm going to worry about this another day. But I just want to finish taking the rest of that stuff off and take this fender off, take the splash guard off, take the fender off. Take the rear fender off, take this splash guard off. Yep. So I don't have to worry about this because there's no air filter in it. It's completely emptied. Fuel filter. This is the petcock. And of course all the vacuum lines in the carburetor. So that carburetor will fit mine. So I'm dying to see what that carburetor looks like inside. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 8mm bolts. Now what I'll do, I'll set this in here. I'll just set it right there for now. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna stop for a little bit and then charge my stop for a little bit, charge my battery pack drill up, and then I'll resume if doesn't look like it looks like it's gonna rain. All that rain over there. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, sorry about the continuation, my micro SD card got full, so I'm gonna undo all the zip ties through here. I'm gonna undo the zip ties all through here and stuff like that, and then I'll go from there. Okay, so pretty much, okay, I undid the zip ties. Okay, so now all the wiring should be loose. Okay, all right, so now what I have to do is I have to basically all these connectors, but before I do that I want to take this cover off. But before I do that, there's 2 bolts right here that I have to take these 2 bolts out in order to get the key ignition out. Okay, so pretty much, okay, I undid the key ignition, which is right here. Okay, so basically, so here and here is where those 2 bolts go, and this is a I guess a cover for this cover for this right here. So this actually fits onto here somehow. Fits on there somehow like that. All right, and there's a screw here. Okay, and there's there's a bolt here. So I had to take this bolt out and this screw out, and then this right here will come off, and then this right here will come off as well. Alright, so this right here should just come out just like that. That's it, just like that. Okay, set this aside. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna undo this screw. There's another screw back down in there, and there's another one right here. So there's 1, 2, and 3 screws. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this I guess this, what you call dashboard, take this dashboard shield off. Okay, but I just got to get that screw out as well. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and I'll pull this thing off. Total of 6 screws holding that on. Yeah, and that's what it looks like. So now I got a good cover. Cool. There it is. All right, so it's recording. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this plastic cover off the speedometer thing, because I don't need a speedometer. I just need the plastic, like the plexiglass part from here. So let me undo this. There we go. There we go. There's one. There's 2. And 3's a little rusted, but oh, good, it came out. Okay. Alright, good. Oop. Pick that screw up. I don't want that. Okay. Let's do that. pull this off. There we go. Even though it's a little cracked right there. So it should still fit on mine, and it looks like it will. It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it will. Hopefully it'll still fit. All right. So what I just did now is I disconnected these. I disconnected this one right here. So, all right, and so these ones right here. So keep it. So these ones right here go on to those. So I'm going to disconnect this, all this. I'm going to disconnect all this stuff right here, okay? And I want to take the front tire off, and I want to take this thing here off so I can get this off, the fender off, and then the rest, and then I can start pulling the wire harness off, which I already started. I already got these are, I guess what you call metal tabs, but they bend like this. Okay, after a while they're just gonna break off, but you bend that up. See, now it's almost all loose. See, almost all loose. So yep, goes down through here, right up here, right up there. So all right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these two screws, well actually four, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm gonna take this off, that off, and that down there off, in order for me to slide this over the front fender. So I'm gonna take the tire off right now. Okay, so sorry about that. So this is the fog lamp. This is the side blinker, or known as side marker, or side blinker, other side blinker. 3 screws are in it, 3 screws are in it, 3 screws are in it. So there we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to drop this down, see if I can get this over the front fender, maneuver somehow, so I don't have to pull the tire off and do all that stuff. All right, so I basically got to take the front tire off in order to get this, and in order to get this front flaring off. So it's a nut and bolt. Okay, I forgot what side the bolt's on, but anyway, it's either nut and bolt. Okay, and then I can take this off and wire harness and get all the wire harness off and stuff. Okay, so we got this is right here, the bolt. Okay, and it goes all the way to the other side, which is a nut. So this is going to go onto here. This is going to go onto here, and what I'm going to have to do is try to get it off and go from there. All right, so I pretty much got the nut off. So the nut came on, or nut came off right here. Okay, so nut came off, and it's right here. You can see it. This is the bolt. So now what I got to do, hit that. Then I can take this, slide this thing here off, and there goes the tire. Tire came off. Okay, so I got the tire. I got the tire off. Okay. Shaft. Okay, so the rod, known as the bolt, always goes on the rotor side. Okay, drop it in like that, pick it up. All right, leaned up against the table here. Now we take this nut, and we put the nut right on, just put the nut right, the nut just like that, screwed on. So now I have this, and now what I need to do is now it's weird in how the handlebars flop down like that. All right, so because the caliper weighs quite a bit, so, yeah, the caliper weighs quite a bit, so it pulls it down.